the Down to Earth podcast with your host, Sean Myrie. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We're on Spotify Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all podcast platforms. This is the War Report episode Iran. So, recent news once again coming out of Washington or coming out of Trump's mouth. Donald Trump, once again, talking, right? And the war is still on. They're still fighting the war. Negotiations didn't go good, and they're still fighting the war. So, right now, recently, America put out, more, force, the military to go around the Strat Hormuz. And going around the Strat Hormuz, I guess, got reaction from Iran. And they're saying Iran is negotiating, meaning that they're negotiating about the nuclear part, the nuclear weapons, that they won't develop any nuclear weapons. They will hand over their uranium enrichment, whatever they got, to whoever, I guess America. So that's what Trump is putting through, that Iran is basically giving in to their demands. But a couple of days before, Vance, he came back from a meeting with Pakistan and Iran and said that the negotiations didn't go good. Well, most of the stuff they agreed on, but it wasn't nuclear weapons, right? So they didn't agree on nuclear weapons a couple, days ago, right? They agreed on other things, but they didn't agree on nuclear weapons. So now, recently, Trump, I don't know, is this real news or is this fake news, that he's saying that Iran is agreeing to abandon their nuclear program and then hand over the enrichment program, right? So the enrichment program for nuclear, the uranium, they're going to stop it. That's what Trump claims. And the nuclear program, they won't further develop any nuclear weapons. But then the strat, I think in that deal means the strat, America got to leave it alone if it's true. But let's see if it's true, because Iran hasn't responded and said they made a deal with America. But Trump is claiming there's some type of deal going on, that they agreed to abandon nuclear weapons and their enrichment program. Is it true? So right now, I'm waiting for the update to see if Iran actually agreed to this. What Trump is saying right now, Trump is putting out news that Lebanon and Israel, they agreed to a ceasefire. There's a lot of stuff in the mix. What's going on? Bless up everybody in the chat. Williams, everybody in the chat. He's claiming that they gave up their nuclear enrichment stuff, the dust. He's claiming. He's claiming basically they gave up, they're giving in. That's the thing what America wants. They want Iran to give up their nuclear program, no more development of nuclear weapons. So that is the agreement claiming from Trump. This is from Trump, the American president, that they're giving in right now. So if they're giving it, if that's true, that is a victory for both sides. American soldiers don't have to die and put, boots on the ground anymore. And then Iran, they won't have to, give up the regime. So the regime will still be their people, right? Trump is trying to make a deal. He's a gangster president. Didn't I tell you he's a gangster president? He don't care. He's doing stuff to make America great again. He's doing stuff the American way, right? He's learned how to extort people from the mafia, from doing real estate for years. So he is extorting Iran, right, with the oil, but now he got the military, right? Trump got the biggest gang, or if you want to call it, in the world, and it's the American military. He's using that to bully everybody. So he's talking about Cuba too, people. Right now he's talking, he wants it all. This man wants the world. He's after this, at the same time, he's talking about Cuba. At the same time, he's talking about Cuba, right? So he does not care, right? So that's what's going on. He doesn't care right now. America's in the biggest spotlight because of this guy, 100%. America's putting, well, Trump is putting America in the biggest spotlight right now with this whole war stuff, right? So right now, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. A lot of stuff is going on in the Middle East. A lot of stuff is going on in the world. Trump is doing a lot of moves, politics, using the American name, the American people, the American military. There's thousands of American service people out in the Middle East saying they're fighting for freedom for America. But let's be honest, it's dangerous right now, right? These guys, well, Trump is claiming that Iran is saying that they're giving up their nuclear program and their nuclear, I guess, weapons, right? Because that's the biggest excuse to go to Iran. It's not for the people, like he was talking a while ago. Like, but I'm hearing this is the other news in the war report. They're saying that thousands of people are been getting executed in Iran. Is that true? We don't know. You see how it's really dangerous reverse psychology because of fake news? Trump is the one who popularized fake news, people. I want you to remember this. Trump is the one that popularized fake news. Let's dissect this fake news, why he made it so popular. It's reverse psychology to make you think the opposite. So the real news is going to look like fake. You don't know what it is. And fake news looks like real. It's like AI, right? What are you saying in the chat? MAGA Trump. Trump. If you love Trump, everybody has their opinion, man, right? Certain things I will support, but I'm being realistic, not biased. People bring up the likes if you can. Please subscribe, right? Right now he's making moves. He's doing a lot of stuff right now, right? He's the main character for the world on the world stage, and he knows it. The man is turning near 80 and he's still going overtime, right? So he wants all of this. He wants all the smoke, all right? He wants all the smoke, as people say. Now he's talking about Cuba. He's talking about Cuba. And that guy in Colombia better be silent because he's coming for you too. You get what I'm saying? So this is the war report, people. And recent news is that like China, America, or Trump was blaming for supplying or claiming for supplying Iran with some type of intelligence. I've been doing this for a while. I've been saying this a long time. Intelligence and some type of drones or weapons. And do you think it's just China? I said Russia too. Russia too. Because really, right? Not to get scary, this is a war between America and Russia with China. Really, that's what it is. They're playing war games right now in front of you, in front of all of us. War games, China, Russia, America, and all of this has to do with the oil and doing with the energy, dealing with power, right? Right? China runs this thing called rare earth, people. Look up rare earth. They've been running that game for years. That's why they're high in technology. I want you people to look up rare earth, right? It's made in America, but China makes it a lot and they mastered it. And that's the power for a lot of things on this earth, rare earth. But there's a danger to it. It's big for pollution, but they don't care. America has their, they can't do the same like China. So America depends on China for something. That's why they got that conflict going on with America and China. And then there's Russia with a lot of oil too, which is friendly with Iran. Friendly with Iran, and Iran has China and Russia with them. So you guys got to ask yourself, right? Because it's coming to the deadline. He gave them a ceasefire, and now the 2 weeks is up. So Trump now has all he has the chessboard, right? Down. The pawns down. Now he's coming in. So yes, Iran, whatever you guys are saying, you guys could say all the stuff you want and the threats you want, right? This is a suicide mission. America knows that. Trump knows that. So Trump, they're gonna bomb the hell out of someplace. They're gonna bomb the hell out of someplace to make them really feel it. But it seems like what Trump is giving as the news that they're giving up. Iran is giving up. That's what he's reporting to all of you people. He's saying Iran give up. So by Saturday, let's see if we could confirm this that Iran has actually gave up. Let's confirm it by Saturday because he's saying the main thing is nuclear, them pursuing nuclear arms, right? And a nuclear program. America was about to blast that island, the Karg Island, that had power, right? They're going to take it over. America was about to take it over. The deal was um, Karg Island and the Hormuz. So the Hormuz, what's going on is that big trading waterway for all these boats or whatever ships to go through. And China was trying to, that's big for them. Asia, that's big for them, right? Was trying to work out something. Well, they did work out a couple stuff. That's one of their main places to get whatever they need from the Middle East and Iran. So I'm hearing their boats went through. But America is there right now. That's what's scaring the world. America is there. They can't go near America. America is there. The empire is there. So China wants to show that they're tough too right now. China wants to say, yeah, I know America's there, but yo, these guys blocked us from Venezuela. They cut us off from that shit, right? Now they're trying to cut us off from the Middle East. China, they depend on it. And then Russia's just watching in the background, right? They're just watching in the background because they've been playing war games with America for a long time. So this is not new. They've been fighting from Ukraine. America supplying weapons to Ukraine to fight Russia. This is where it all sparked off. America supplying Ukraine with weapons to fight Russia. Remember that. That didn't go viral, people. That's not sticking in people's heads. It's all connected. If Russia knows that you are helping the place where they want to take over, because remember, it's not too long ago, Russia is they're still going on. Russia wants Ukraine the same way what's going on right now with America taking over Iran. What do you think it really is? Now, if America doesn't take out that regime, if they don't take out the regime, what are we saying, people? What are we saying? Peace be, shalom upon you, maintaining the connection with the creator and the inner balance. Bless up everybody. Bless up everybody in the chat. Please bring up the likes, support the platform. Right? I'm coming again now. Like this stuff is like Revelations 2 because you got Israel in it. You got Israel in it. So even the religious people is going crazy right now. Right? If you believe in religion, there's some people who don't believe in religion. But it's going crazy right now because Israel is all in the revelations. Also, remember, Trump is bringing up God too. He's playing with the algorithm. This is the war report. I'm here to inform you. He's playing with the algorithm. Did you see the other day he had the picture of himself like Jesus? Right? Even his own people, the so-called supporters of MAGA, start turning on him. Isn't that a message, people? His own MAGA people is turning against him. So what does that show you? People, please subscribe, bring up the likes, support the platform. Right? So now Trump has his own people. There's so much evidence of Republicans turning against him. Why is there so much evidence of Republicans turning against Trump? Because in America, the same time he's overseas fighting with Iran, in America, there's a lot of shit going on, right? Social things. America has its own problems. He has the ICE out there harassing American citizens. And not they're locking people up, the ICE, but it's affecting a normal American citizen by him having his special police, right? So picture the ICE as like the whatever the Nazi police back in the days. That's what he has. He's running it like that, Donald Trump. This is scary times, people, like it or not. But it's very scary times for Americans because they're in danger because this guy is put America in a war, which is he doesn't have to be. He says he wants to come out. He says he wants to come out quick. He doesn't want to stay in Iran long. But to come out very quick, you got to put it down strong, right? So he's claiming they're making a deal. They agreed to stop the enrichment of nuclear weapons or to make weapons, right? Is that true, people? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So the war has came to America. I hope people know. If you're American, it's already hit America. Iran already attacked America. Why don't they make that viral? Do you guys know, especially if you're in America, that Iran already attacked you? And people want to know how. They already hacked the FBI. I'm surprised they even announced that and broadcast that and told people that these Iranian hackers, what they have done. I'm surprised they even released that to that's an embarrassment that these hackers actually hacked their system. So what are they telling you, people? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Yes, Skits Beats, what you saying, brother? One of the D2E sponsors up in the chat, man. Skits Beats, you got to check him out. He does great production. Yeah, what are we saying? What is he telling you now? Even the Republicans don't believe him anymore, people. The Republicans don't believe this man at all. So it's a split party. From they had the Tea Party. You remember the Tea Party? Remember the Tea Party when he was coming around? They made the Tea Party just because of Trump. Think of it. They made the Tea Party because of him. So now America's separated. Some people, they agree with the war. Some people don't agree with the war. But you better know, Trump is making deals with the regime. He's saying nuclear weapons, they said they gave it up. They're going to give it up. No more enrichment. Do you guys believe that? Trump lies like a rug. You're right. Do you believe he's going to give up the enrichment of nuclear weapons? I mean, Iran. They're gonna give it up to America, right? Yes, man. What you're saying? What do you guys believe he's gonna just? I mean, Iran's just gonna give it all up. I gotta wait until Saturday to confirm this 100%. But Mr. Trump is claiming that he made a deal. So if he made a deal, if it's true, right? Isn't it good? Right? No more nuclear weapons making and all that. But guess what, people? Don't I'm not gonna play dumb. Guess what? The regime is still there. Or he shouldn't play dumb. The regime is still there. So just say they say, yes, Mr. Trump, we're gonna give up our nuclear weapons. Yes, Mr. Trump, we will stop the enrichment to make nuclear weapons and all that. Right? But and then Trump says, okay, they said they're going to stop making nuclear weapons and their enrichment. So we'll just leave them alone. We're going to leave Iran alone. They said they will never develop any nuclear weapons anymore. And let's take our military home, right? Okay. But then the regime is still there. The same supreme leader and revolutionary guard will be still there doing the same thing they've been doing to their people for the last 40 something years. So, what's the point? You don't give a damn about the people, Trump. You only care of some type of security for the Middle East oil. Let's be straight up. For the other countries like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, and all of them, you only care about that, your real estate. And I heard you have a hotel also in the Middle East. So you only care about that. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. America has fallen. Yes, it's a scary time, yo. And then meanwhile, we're talking. People are suffering with their groceries in America and bills. They're suffering with bills more than ever, right? It's not as glorious as people are making everybody think. And then this guy talks against the Pope. This is where he's getting to the revelation side now, right? Because you got Israel with America. Let me say it again. Israel is with America, right? Trump is mocking the God by putting a picture of himself as Christ. He's putting a picture of himself as Christ. The same time, he's mocking the Pope. I don't say the Pope is God, but just saying that he's mocking the Pope, and coincidence that the Pope of today in 2026 is American. That's big. And he's saying he's the reason the Pope, that guy is the Pope. Trump is claiming that he's the reason, right? Leo, right? Pope Leo is the Pope. And even Pope Leo don't like Trump. He says he ain't scared of Trump. What's going on? The Pope and and him having beef? I have an episode about 5 months ago. I seen this coming, right? The Pope versus Trump. So now Trump is so narcissistic that he's talking about the Pope and putting pictures of himself out there like he's Jesus Christ. You guys know next month of May, he's going to make it a special month dedicated, he claims, dedicated to God in America. Mr. Trump. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Bring up the likes, Down to Earth Podcasts. Trump wears his IQ on his hat, 45 to 47. U.S. military build up there means U.S. is going to escalate. Yes, he wants the ground troops on people. He wants to sacrifice people. Let's be straight up. He wants to sacrifice. It's kind of sick shit because you might see a couple American soldiers die. There's only, 13 that died, 400 injured. So just to show the power and fully take over somewhere, they want to show the foot on the land. And you know what? Iran is calling for it. They're saying, yes, come on, we want the ground soldiers. Do you guys know that? Iran is calling. They're saying, America, we want you guys to come down to earth, as I say it. They're saying it. They're calling for it. They're suicidal, you could call it. Don't mean that you have a chance against the U.S. military. But they're saying it. They're brave. They're not saying, oh, we're going to give up to America. No. No way there are that many people in here. Yeah, man. Bless up, man. Bless up everybody in the chat. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. So we're live and direct, people. This is the War Report. That's what's going on. Bless up, Toronto DVD, the real Toronto DVD, my brethren. Straight from the six, man. Check out. He got a documentary on the six. If you guys know Drake, yo, you got to check that out. That's the city. Real Toronto DVD. Check him out. He's on here in the chat. Follow him. But yes, what's going on? Mr. Trump is up to more ish. He's seen his wife just come on a couple of days ago talking in the White House about Epstein. And now he's in all types of doo-doo right now. And I know his wife wants to leave him. Guaranteed his wife wants to leave him. That's coming up, right? He's in all types of drama. Trump's an actor, remember? He got the vice president waiting for him to croak or get sick so he could be the president, which is going to happen down the line. You're going to see Vance taking a bigger role. I'm telling you guys right now. Vance, that guy, like, I don't say he's the Antichrist, but that guy look like the devil to me, right? Vance, he's going to take over soon, 100%. Don't know when exactly, but remember I told you, right, when I come on and broadcast again, that you're going to see Vance in the seat of where the president is, right? You're going to see Vance in the seat of where the president Trump is. This guy's working out himself every day. I got to give Donald Trump this. This man every day doesn't take a rest. He got his Truth Social. He's doing a lot of stuff, man. Right? He's riding it till the wheels fall off. Right? He's doing a lot of networking, I have to say, to sell this war. He's really selling this war. He's really saying, yo, all you countries, when I take over whatever I take over, you're going to pay for it. If America's doing all of this, y'all going to pay for it. You see, they got the big military in the Strait of Hormuz, people. But what Iran is saying, they're threatening to knock out some boats or the military. What do you think about that? Iran is stepping up. They're saying, yo, they're gonna knock it. They're gonna knock something, right? But Iran still will get obliterated. I mean, the military. They're still going to get obliterated. I'll be honest. They're not gonna lie, but there will be damage, right? There will be a sacrifice for all of this, right? Our struggle is not against the flesh of blood. We worry so much about our neighbors and the outside world that we forget to look at ourselves and the light we should. Well, right now, I'll tell you, people, Iran is the same war is hitting America already. I told you, cyber war. Cyber war. These people are updated. They're not in Stone Age like Trump was saying. They're updated. Right now, they're watching everything. They're making AI videos with Lego and music dissing Trump every day, right? The regime, the so-called regime, they must be hip to it or young, but they're making AI videos making fun of Trump. So they know how to do propaganda. They're using propaganda the same way America uses the propaganda, right? How do people communicate? How do people view stuff? It's through social media now. There's cable television, but it's through social media. You might watch Al Jazeera, you might watch CNN, you might watch Fox, you might watch NSB, whatever the frig that is, and other content makers. But I'm telling you down to earth what's really going on, right? I'm telling you what's really going on. And this man is getting worked out by Vance. He's talking about going to Cuba. Cuba, right? You guys want me to tell you a story what I've heard? I don't know if it was a psychic or it was like, a concept, right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I want to tell you this story, right? It could be a conspiracy theory, but I've heard this story before, right? And it was saying America, like in the future, and maybe this is the future right now, they're going to be in a conflict, right? Something like this, what's going on. And they're going to be conflicting with a lot of places around the world, like not just in the Middle East, in South America, right? But and then they're going to actually get attacked, but not in the way people think, like attack like with a weapon and stuff. Kind of like the cell stuff what I've been talking about, right? That the people are already in America, and on top of it, them being already in America, there's going to be people coming to America. And these people are not necessarily from the Middle East. When they go to Cuba, because Cuba's not too far from America, right? America will try to take over Cuba if Trump does that move. They'll try to take over Cuba. But in that whole battle, there will be Cubans in America already. You get what I'm saying? It's not the Middle East. There'll be Cubans already in America. They're already there too. So they will be basically letting off shit. That's a concept or conspiracy I've heard, and not too much people heard about it, but they will be the ones who take over some part. I don't know if it's a state or something, but that's a story. Not from me, but that's what I've heard. Right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Bring up the likes. They're showing in the public view it's not real. It's been done for 5 years. Yes, a lot of things is going on, people. A lot of things is going on. But like I'm saying, the people who are the enemies of America and what America knows about, they're already in America. Right? Cash Patel, even Trump said it. He said that this ICE, they arrested over 2,000 people or something like that, maybe more. It could be 4,000. But they arrested a whole bunch of people who are illegals. And some of those illegals, they didn't give you a description of them all, but a lot of them are dangerous, very dangerous illegals from around the world. Who are they? They didn't tell you guys who they arrested. I remember in the White House, he was talking with Cash Patel, had all those stuff in the background. He had all these charts and trying to impress Trump, saying, this is since Trump been the president, how much arrests and all this stuff they have done, right? So he said, yeah, Trump said the most dangerous, some of the most dangerous people around the world or whatever they captured. Who are these people? They're not telling you, and they haven't captured everybody. They haven't captured everybody, people. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. They haven't captured everybody. So that's what ICE is out for. I'm here to inform you too. This is the war report. The reason ICE is activated how it is right now is to capture a lot of these selves, right? Trump himself, don't forget, even though all this stuff that has happened with the Epstein files and all this other stuff, the mission for him to deport a lot of people is because there's a lot of dangerous people he claims is hiding in America. That's why they have the ICE out there in America active, and they're promoting them. It's to tell the person, if they believe there are whatever cells out there, that they're looking actively for everybody. So to capture everybody, you gotta even bother your own people. So there's a domestic war, if you don't know, and an international war. Everything. You know what this is? And the bad word, what I'm about to say, they love to mark it on here. You know what this all is? There's a domestic war in America, right? Economic war around the world. And then there's a physical war around the world with all this war. You know what this is? NWO. All the actions is NWO. If I say the word clear, it's like a bad word on here. NWO, to control everything. The cashless system that they've been telling you, that's what they want. The stuff like Terminator or the Matrix shit, all those movies, that's what they want. Like, he had Elon Musk with him, people. Remember that. He had Elon Musk, and if you look up Elon Musk, what he believes, that philosophy is what they want to do. So Elon Musk played the role, and now they claim that he's not with Trump, but he's with Trump. And the stuff what he's saying, just look up the stuff what he's saying. That's what's gonna happen in America. Name one European president or prime minister that in office right now. In Europe, European president, Macron, whatever his damn name is, right? In Europe. And then they have that English prime minister. That's not important. Right now, I'm talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump wants Europe to suffer too. He wants Europe to suffer. The only ones who listen is the UK. UK was smart. They jumped on the bandwagon. As soon as America said, "Oh, we're going to Iran," UK jumped. Oh shit, we got to jump on this shit. There's no reason for the UK to jump. Maybe the Strat Hormuz. Maybe it was the Strat Hormuz. That's the reason they jumped on it. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is the Down to Earth Network on all podcast platforms. Bring up the likes, people. Support the platform. This is the War Report. So, what is going on? Right? Is Trump, is he lying? Is he lying about Iran? That's what I want to know. Is Trump lying about Iran, saying they're giving up their nuclear programs and giving up the enrichment of weapons or whatever, nuclear? Is that true? Because if that's true, that's a big breakthrough. That's a big breakthrough if that's true, right? But it might be a lie, because he has lied many times. He is lying. Yes, it's a strategy, man. I had an episode a while ago called "The Gangster President." Right? Trump is like a gangster. He moves like a gangster, but a businessman. Right? He's putting down his style and his philosophy in the politics. And he's just saying force, force, force. He's not going through no UN. He's not going through no whatever type of shit to make any decision. He's putting down the decisions, man. He's doing it. He don't give a damn, right? Modern day dictator style. I gotta knock you out, man. I think you are the dummy. You probably like the Master Trump, right? A lot of people are brainwashed too. The MAGA people are really sad right now, right? They should be sad because Trump is not doing what they want to make America great again. Now, what has come out that makes what Trump is doing to help Americans right now? What's helping Americans right now? What's going on? Hey, I studied under Dr. Let me see what he's saying. Gerald Post, who studied world leaders at the CIA. He was a big deal. He also wrote and predicted a lot of behavior. You gotta fill me in, man. Fill me in. Right now, a lot of things is going on, man. Fill me in. A lot of things going on. All I know, he's put America in a situation, a big target for to get hurt, right? He put America as a big target to get hurt right now, Mr. Trump. This is the War Report. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So, what are you guys saying, people? Especially if you are American. How do you feel about Trump? One in the chat if you support Trump, two no. Come on, people. One in the chat if you support Trump, two no. Let me know, people. Please subscribe. Yeah, a lot of stuff is going on. He's claiming Iran is giving up the enrichment of nuclear to make nuclear weapons. They won't do that anymore. So if they don't do that anymore, I guess America has, or Trump has some type of deal that maybe he will go away with the American military. They won't blow up any facilities. They won't blow up any nuclear facilities. If that's how Trump is putting it, he's saying they gave up. That's the main reason, right? Trump's the GOAT. Yeah, man, he could be the GOAT. He could be the GOAT. Two no. So two no, you want him out, man. Trump's the GOAT. Yeah, man, he might be Curry GOAT soon, man. If he gets sick, he might be Curry GOAT. If he gets sick, man, hopefully he kind of slows down because Vance wants his spot. The vice president wants his spot, people. You should see Vance in back of him, man. You could tell he wants to be the president so bad. Vance wants his spot. Let me tell you right now, Trump is putting that out, right? Friday's around the corner. Trump is putting it out, that news that basically they're waving the white flag, they're gonna give up. Just to make Americans feel comfortable. That's the big thing. Oh yes, they told me that they will never ever do any nuclear enrichment. That's not gonna happen anymore. No uranium, no anything. So, okay, do you guys believe that? Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? Right now, I'm going to tell you more than ever, all the prior weeks, this week right now, and the weekend coming up is very crucial. This weekend, you're going to see something. By time Saturday comes, definitely going to see something. I got to get a drink. Hold. So what are you saying, people? Got my drink and stuff. Um, Mr. Trump, he's doing a lot of things, and he's bringing up the prices in the world with all of these tariffs, right? So all these tariffs, what he has introduced, has made it worse for the American population, right? So right now, there's a lot of people I've been hearing, right, even in the chat, saying the groceries are high, the price, living is even more expensive. And meanwhile, this guy should be making up like a lot of things to help America get great again. He's helping himself, it seems, going all around the world. You get what I'm saying? So I'm guessing his whole thing is to take and make America great again through what he takes. So what he takes is to make America great again. And he's definitely will be remembered in our recent history. Yes, he will be remembered in recent history. You can never take that away from Trump, right? So some people, there's a lot of people who hate Trump right now. They hate him really badly. He almost got assassinated a couple times. He's almost close to death, even though some could be staged, but he's been close to death and stuff like that. So he will forever be remembered, and not just by the president, but being the president. He's a celebrity, man. He's a celebrity. This guy will forever be remembered. He's more than just a president. I remember this guy as a celebrity, a billionaire, a businessman, even if you don't like him or hate him, whatever. I just remember him as a businessman, and now he's the president. He just added the presidency to his resume. That's all it is. He just added that to his resume, people. But what's going on? Right? This is the War Report. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And then there's the distractions. The whole time they're talking about this war, they're giving us distractions. And one of the distractions was that space mission, people. That whole space stuff, them going near the moon and all that shit, right? That was just another distraction to make people see something else, and then they could cover up more shit, like the Epstein files, right? There's a lot of dirt there. What is supposed to be, viral more, but this war stuff, this whole war stuff, has overshadowed a lot. So making now we got the space story about people going in space, going close to the moon and coming back, and that itself is a conspiracy right now, right? There's certain stories they're putting in the media to filter out what's going on with the war. I seen this coming. They're filtering it out so then people will have no interest, know what's really going on, know how much American soldiers might die, right? And knowing that America or Mr. Trump is making deals with terrorists, right? Making deals with terrorists. Where you say MAGA aggressive groups in America, yes. So now you got Trump making deals with terrorists, right? What are you saying? Get out of here, man. You're a fool. You're watching too. And you're watching. Man, get out of here, man. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is the Down to Earth Network, right? With your host, Sean Myrie. Yes, many episodes on Spotify, many episodes on Apple Podcasts. So, the MAGA people are angry, man. They're angry. They're mad. They're ashamed because this guy who wears a diaper now is still talking. And it's been how much days? How much days have passed and this war's still going on? Didn't all that talk of Trump saying he's obliterating people, getting rid of their civilization, that they must surrender, that they're calling them all types of names. And he's telling you people, especially American people, now that he's doing negotiations with terrorists. Because that's what it is, people. Trump is saying he's doing negotiations with terrorists. 100%. Just go back a couple weeks. Just go back weeks on CNN. Just go back, people. Do that for me. And you're going to see that the man was saying these people, there's no deals on the table. He was making no deals with them because they're terrorists and they've been harming their people. So there would be no deals because they're harming their own people. So then weeks after, it goes from that to making deals and giving them weeks and deadlines. And now he's saying they're making deals on the nuclear stuff, right? That and they will agree to not develop nuclear weapons or enrich uranium. That's what he's claiming. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. 2026 has started so chaotic, so much going on everywhere. Could it just be a domino effect from the west to the east? We shall see. This is not going to end though. Like, this is the thing, man. This is his legacy, as you were talking, Darius, earlier. He wants to go out like this. He wants to be remembered. Donald Trump turning 80 in June, I think June 10th. He wants to be remembered in history more than any president. He even said it himself. He wants to be known as a president like no other. Because, like I said, he realizes he's old. He's like 80 years old. So he's saying when he's gone, he wants the world to remember what he's done, his mark, right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is the Down to Earth Network. He has been so active since his, yes, because you know what? I seen it coming. When he first became the president, and then he lost the second, whatever, going the second term, and then he said he's going to run again. That means revenge. Revenge. This is a revenge term. This is a revenge term for him. So everything what he said before, he's doing right now. So all the people who surprised, they shouldn't be surprised. I was waiting. Sorry to say, I was waiting for this. I was waiting like, he only had one term, right? So he had 4 years. So I'm like saying, okay, if he had 8 years fully, which he has now, this is going to be. He's going to have this full term. He would have, if he went straight, he would have been in Iran earlier. Trump would have already been in Iran. All He would have been there already, right? But it got broken up. Biden came, and then he ran, and now he won. He won, as they say. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm wondering if Donald Trump is gonna attempt to arrest Obama. That's the news I've been hearing. He wants to. He said it earlier, like 3 months ago, how he wants to arrest Obama. Right. So now I'm hearing, maybe you could call it conspiracy, that they're setting up to arrest Obama. I don't know what charges they could arrest Obama. This guy has a big beef with Obama. He wants to see this guy locked up, man. This guy has a real beef with the man. So will this happen? Right? We get surprised one day, wake up and hear Obama got arrested? Right? He's claiming that he was trying to play with his I guess his election, right? Influence, spreading false news, or I don't know. He just don't like Obama. Just don't like Obama. Put him on his Truth Social and his wife, right? And that will never happen. Trump wants him locked up, man. I know. I see what you're saying. You think that will never happen, but Trump really wants Obama locked up, man. He really wants him locked up. But right now, Trump is in war mode, and he got a lot of uh, I guess he's power hungry right now. Very power hungry with the American military. I'm hearing there's about 50,000 in the Middle East. 50,000 Americans in the military, service people in the Middle East. And the Iranians want them to come to the ground. They want them to come fight on the ground. Right? They're not they're not scared. They're saying they want it, man. So is Trump gonna give it? So I'm hearing that's the news from Iran. That they said, yo, you guys come off the boats, man. Come on the land. Let's fight. That's what they want. Do you think he will move into the bunkers he's building under the new? Yes, he will. He will. Do you think America will be in a better place financially, socially? No, they're going in some trouble, man. They're going to be in some trouble. I think it's going to be like Demolition Man in the next, I say, 40, 50 years. America's going to be like the Demolition Man movie, right? It's going to go like that, like the Demolition Man. You know, Demolition Man movie with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. In the next 40 years, 50 years, it's going to be like that. So certain cities, this is why I see they're doing, especially in America with the ICE. Certain cities, they're gonna have tolls, or they're gonna lock people out. Certain cities, because America's getting divided right now, is gonna be like the super rich, or certain people on certain levels and certain people on other levels, and that's why they want to do that universal, what's called income, or do that ID card. Well, I forgot what it is. How do I forget how it is? They were trying to bring that shit to England, Europe. What you saying, people? Mentioned the film before. Yes, I need to watch. You should watch that film, man. I could tune you guys in with a lot of movies, because besides doing this podcast stuff, back in the days, I have two older brothers. I watched a lot of the movies, and recent news, if you want to call it conspiracy. Um, what's her name? Some people. Well, a lot of movies, right, was created or inspired by the CIA. What's her name? Candace Owens came out with that. Candace Owens was talking that the CIA, right, and other parties are responsible for a lot of movies in Hollywood, which is like, really true. Like, it's like, they're playing with your head, reverse psychology. But in regards to that, a lot of the stuff is real. Like, for example, Enemy of the State. Enemy of the State. Watch that. Is catastrophic to the economy. Yes, that's going yes, the economy and cyber attacks, right? Because we're so um, dependent on it, on the internet. So if an attack was to happen, or service was to be interrupted, that would be a catastrophe. right? Because there's so much networks and platforms. Banks are working off the internet. A lot of establishments are working off of the technology, the internet. So that right now is getting attacked, as been reported a couple of weeks ago. Like I said, the FBI got hacked, and they're claiming it's from some Iranian groups, some cyber hacker groups. Right, people? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Bring up the likes. Epstein vibes, yes, yes. And now we're hearing about the files. Either they won't be released anymore, or we're not hearing about no more files. We're living in a real, we were always living in a certain system, but now because technology is out there, it provides us more information, and now you're seeing the bullshit, right? The bullshit more clear what they're doing, because you have all these stories, the Epstein files, you got the war, you got distractions, people going to space, you got social media stories from urban music and shit, beefs, you got people talking about all types of things, Drake, right? And now you got Trump. Trump is the biggest character in the world, right? So whatever that guy says, Mr. Trump is the biggest, bigger than anything. He's everywhere, right? So this is a form of the NWO. The NWO, people. The rest won't be released. They need to be leaked. That's what they're saying. They're saying that Iranian group. Okay, let me. Glad that you filled me in to remind me of it. Awaken, right? Okay. The rest won't be released. The rest of the files won't be released. Okay. That group, the Iranian group, hackers, were trying to release those files. I think they might have captured some of those files. And that's why Kash Patel has been fighting them. He mentioned that he's been stopping some of these hackers from hacking the system of the FBI. But they broke through. They caught his files. But they're not telling you maybe they got the Epstein files. And they will release it the same way they have released the Kash Patel dancing in his living room and smoking a cigar next to a car. That's what they're scared of right now, right? Trump's father's middle name was Christ, Frederick Christ Trump. No cap. I heard his name was Frederick. You're right. Glad you brought that up, man. Big boom bam 500. Bing boom. Yes, glad you brought that up. I know his name is Frederick, but I didn't know it was Christ in the middle name. So you say his father's middle name was Christ. That's why he has that picture of himself like he's Jesus Christ. What a guy, man. So that's what in his head, he took that off of Truth Social, though. He took that off of Truth Social fast, I tell you. But that's why, eh? Google it. Yes, you're right. No, no, you're right. Because I did see his father. His father looks weird too, you know. You guys ever seen Donald Trump's dad? If you look him up, like, I'm sorry, you know what he reminds me of? Like, when you see his father, he looks like a character, like he's from like a horror movie or some shit like that. I think he got his eyebrows attached or some shit like that. Frederick Christ. Regardless of what objects, the wrath of God is coming. Who's going to stop it? Disruptions is coming. Make sure you're on the most side, and the anger will miss you. Zechariah. Yes, man. Some people believe in God, but some people don't. Cosmos. What about those people? There's a lot of people who don't believe in God too. So, respect to everybody that believes in God, and there's people who don't believe. People bring up the likes. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This is the war report, and a lot of things is going on out there in the universe. And right now, Donald Trump is claiming Iran is going to give up their nuclear ambitions to make nuclear arms and enrichment of uranium. They will stop it. So cease. No more nuclear weapons, right? So America wins. I guess. Does America win? Did Trump, make them wave the white flag? Will we hear about no more bombings of Israel? Will we hear he's saying there's a ceasefire going on between Lebanon and Israel? He's saying that. So Trump is bringing big news to you people. This is supposed to be the good news that he uh, has influence. I guess he's trying to say like Israel and Lebanon, they're good, and now Iran, they're making deals with that. Making deals with America, so it's all good. That's what he's telling everybody. He's saying it's all good, people. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Support the platform, Down to Earth Network on all podcast platforms. He's wagging the dog, you think? He's wagging the dog? Yeah. This is his style though, man. He's not telling you everybody the truth. Let's put that down. I know that 100%. He's never gonna tell anybody the truth. He's gonna do the mixed messages, right? And then he wants to see what happens, the result of that. So right now we know that the American military, a lot of them, more than ever, because they've showed it. They're block the strat of Hormuz. They're policing the strat of Hormuz. They're seeing what's going and what's coming. So I don't know exactly how much ships are there, but there is a good amount of ships. There is a good amount of personnel, if you want to say service people. There's probably a couple hundred, maybe even a couple thousand out there. But it's on. It's on right now in the region, and they have blocked or they have some control of the Hormuz part. That's what's going on. So, will we see more talking of Iran talking to America? As Trump has said, he says, Iran, they gave up. But even if he says they gave up, this is what I was telling you guys earlier. If Iran says, yes, Trump, we gave up our weapons. Yes, Trump, we won't do no more enrichment. Does that change the regime? That's a question I have for you people. Does that change the regime just because he stops? They say they stop developing nuclear weapons. Does that change anything with the regime? Does that change the regime from having strict laws, right? Which America feels is not, human rights. Does that change the supreme leader style of going about things? No, it doesn't change that. All we're hearing is he's trying to make a deal about nuclear, getting rid of the nuclear programs, right? Which are what we call distractions. There's tons of distractions out now. Man, they're really putting it down. There's tons of distractions. The Apprentice on Netflix. Yeah. If people want to know how Donald Trump is running his government, watch The Apprentice, people. Watch The Apprentice and you will see what he's doing. He's just on a bigger stage. He probably was talking about what he would do as a president from on that show. People, please like, subscribe, bring up the likes, support the platform. He was probably talking already about presidency on that show. He'd been criticizing people who's in the politics. He was criticizing Obama the whole time Obama was the president. The whole time Obama was the president, he was the main troll. Donald Trump. Think of it. He was the main troll on Obama. And then he became the president. And now this man wants to arrest Obama because he had beef with Obama from a long time ago. Just look it up. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. It wasn't show, it's a movie. Right now, man, like I'm saying, he's putting it down. He's putting it down, man. The New World, I can't even say it like that. The NWO. He's putting it down. He's trying to rule everywhere. He wants to control everywhere. And he's using the American military. Next is Cuba. Cuba's next. He's going for Cuba. He's going for Cuba, people. He's been talking spicy recently. more. He wants to go to Cuba. He wants to probably visit Venezuela, his other colony. He's gonna visit Venezuela, his colony, and then back to America. Documentary, yes. This man is gonna go visit his colony in Venezuela. The American colony is Venezuela, right? You know what's funny? And maybe I could link this, right? Not really conspiracy, but there's a movie, right, in the future called Starship Troopers. And when you watch Starship Troopers, it seems like these people, like, it seems like it's America. It's a nice place. You think it's like Cali, right? And in Starship Troopers, the place where all these Americans are living in the future, guess where it is? It's in South America. It's in South America. I don't know which part of South America it is, but right now, how you see America has the influence over South America like this now, and with him taking over Venezuela, probably bad or good, whatever goes on, in the next 20, 50 years, Americans will be going to Venezuela. That will, like they already were, but more. That will be 24 is a biography drama film directed by Ali Abbasi, starring Sebastian Stan, a young Donald Trump, and Jeremy Strong as his mentor. Ruthless lawyer Roy. I'm gonna watch that. Also, the movie. They have the movie before, and he has a show. Remember, and he has a show. I'm gonna watch that. What you're saying? Chronically Trump's early real estate career in 1970s and 80s New York. Yeah, I watched a documentary on that. 1970s and 80s. See, that's why I'm saying, glad you brought that up. Much respect, bingo, boom, bam. Because I always tell people when I talk about Trump, is because I did watch documentaries from back in the day, way before he became president and all this shit of him doing this stuff now, right? I was always interested in media, news, journalism, and I used to watch 60 Minutes as a kid or whatever, and 48, all of this shit, right? CNN, and this guy, billionaire real estate guy. I saw that documentary, a couple of documentaries with Donald Trump. So what he does doesn't surprise me. To me, it's kind of like comedy because I remember before, like with my dad, because he watches politics. I was telling him that this guy's gonna be the president, and guess what? He didn't believe me. He said, "No, no, no, he's not gonna be the president. What's her name? Kamala Harris is gonna win, and all this shit." Sorry, pops, but you were saying you thought this woman was gonna win. I said, "No way, she has no chance, not against Donald Trump." Donald Trump won, of course. It was no challenge, no anything, right? I seen it coming even the first time he was meant to be there, man. They put him there in power. He's meant. No one was gonna win against this guy. Soon as he says he's running for the president or whatever, it was meant for him. It was meant for him, yo. What you people saying in the chat? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So Donald Trump. That's the nickname I gave him, Donald Trump. Me and my brother call him Donald Trump because right now he's acting like one. A lot of people may not like that. The MAGA people are quiet right now. He talked about Kanye West being banned too, because Kanye West is his friend, a friend of MAGA. This guy, Kanye West, the rapper in America, came out with a big album called Bully. And who banned him? England banned him. The president of the UK banned him. I think France banned him, a couple other places. The reason they banned him is because he's friends with Donald Trump. He's one of the first big celebrities to put on that red hat that says "Make America Great Again." That's why they banned your ass. And you're talking about the Jews, Kanye. That's why they banned your ass, right? The last scene of the movie shows him getting liposuction on his stomach and having his balding scalp surgically open. What? Suited together to make them seem like he had a full set. I gotta watch that movie. Real estate 70s, 80s was also linked to discrimination, racial lawsuits. Yes, yes, yes. And when you see New York afterwards, like I did see that. Actually, I'm glad you brought that. You remind me, Prince Cash you out, bless up. Um, I remember seeing a documentary about Trump. I think it was the 70s going to the 80s. And the story was that Donald Trump, because he comes from a rich family with his father, right? His father done all types of shit. But he's responsible of building up Manhattan. So Manhattan, or whatever you want to call it, that area at the time, Staten, I think that's Staten Island, was very in bad shape. A lot of bad shape, cheap real estate. He bought it up. I think that's where he started his Trump Towers and stuff. So he was New York was going through a remake, if you want to call it, a revitalization in the mid 70s going all through the 80s, and that was Donald Trump. Let me say it again. So when you seen like the World Trade Center getting developed and all that shit, that was Donald Trump too. A lot of stuff people don't look on is influenced by Donald Trump. He's the real estate man. Or you could say it's Donald Trump's daddy who was responsible for a lot of that stuff. He built up a lot of Manhattan or New York, right? So the America owes his family. His father's gone. They owe him no matter what. I told my pops this in debates. I talked to him. I said, they owe Donald Trump from a long time ago. Let's see what you're saying. Remember when Obama ran? My black friend say they will never vote for him. I told him everyone is voting for Obama. Why wouldn't he when every white person I know loved Obama? Listen, man, this guy wants to lock Obama up. He hates Obama. He's the biggest Obama hater, Donald Trump. He wants to lock Obama up. He's angry at Obama still. He's bringing a lot of stuff up. So Queens too, yes, yes, yes. Bring up the name, man. I encourage people. I don't know everything, but I take into your knowledge too. I got my knowledge too. Yes, he was running New. He influenced the revitalization of New York. Just put it that way. He influenced that. Maybe there's other developers, but he's the one who influenced that. You seen him in Hollywood. He was in Home Alone. Remember, he was in Home Alone. People used to actually respect him a little bit more. And he was in WWF wrestling. This guy was in movies. He had his own shit. This guy was in Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I remember growing up watching him in there. He was doing appearances, cameos, and everything. Doing, I think, Miss America or whatever, Miss Universe. Everything he was doing. Do I like Trump? You know what? The funny thing, that's why people hate me for this. I actually, you know what? That's a good question. I do like Trump. But people fry me for that, man, especially my locals, if I say that. In a way, I do like Trump, but he does some dumb shit, though. I'm not going to lie. I like Trump because he's on it. At least he's telling you the real. Because there's other presidents who've done a lot of dirty, dirty shit. And they claim like they're like saints. So that's why I like Trump. He's telling you the real. He's not hiding most of the shit, man. He said, for example, now, when the war started, he said, some people are going to die. He said, some people are going to die. He told people he's not, he's been out, and people are dying, right? But the ones who hide and do it secretly and they want to make it like nothing's going to happen, that's worse, right? He always lies. We know that. That's the game. That's the game. But there's people who lied before Trump, right? Clinton was lying too. Clinton lied to people. Obama lied to people. Everybody paints Obama as a saint, for example, right? And saying he was so great. He was so great. Even my dad loves Obama. I can't say nothing about Obama. It'll hurt my dad when I talk about Obama. But I say this with Obama. Obama deported more people than Trump. Go look at the videos, old videos, how Obama was talking. He deported more people than Donald Trump. This man deported almost 3 million people, Obama. And he was doing all types of shit. He was trying to make deals with Iran too. So Obama ain't perfect, people. Trump's, what are you guys saying? Chat's going fast. Trump is psychotic. Making him president is like giving to unlock key to the Hellcat. You can't make everybody happy. It's true. You can't make everybody happy. Yeah, it shouldn't be the game. But this man is playing a game. He's playing the ultimate war game with America. Right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Right now, he's playing the ultimate game with America, people. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. Like, we can't all agree, but I know there's people who even support Trump who don't like this. I've seen hardcore rednecks, the so-called stereotype people, started to talk and change against Trump. They're trying to say, yo, now this guy's taking it too far. When he done that Jesus pick, you see that he should have never done that, man. He should have never. You could do the stuff, Trump. You could do all the stuff. Respect, even if people don't like it. But when you do that Jesus stuff, mm, mm, you are doing that Jesus stuff. That hurt your own people. You playing. Somebody saying, what is this guy doing? And then you dissing the Pope, right? He's destroying the oil prices. The U.S. can't just F everything up like this. It's not cool. He don't give a damn though, people. It's sad. Remember, he's just for himself because, like I was saying, I said it many times. He's an old man. He's thinking he's old. He's saying, yo, I'm 80 years old. I'm old. I'll just do anything. I want a legacy, even if it's whatever I have to do, even if it seems bad. He got what? How much sons does he have? Tell me, people. Isn't it like 4 sons right now? So those guys who are alive, especially, they have to have the most protection either way. But he's trying to leave the legacy to them by going to all these places, taking it over, getting real estate, so his sons could be like him, right? I guarantee he's setting all his sons up and his daughters. He's setting them all up. So when he's gone, they have something in place. Definitely one of them's going to be a politician. He is, we all agree, but citizens have to stick together. Yeah. He's already crying like a little baby over the fact that we refuse to help his moronic Iraq. Yes, man. He's crying over everybody not helping him. But he's going to punish people, though. He's going to use his power to punish people, though, or his, voice or authority over the American military or whatever to punish people doing these terrorists, right? He wants to do tariffs. He wants to do blockades in the Hormuz. He wants to cut people off from whatever natural resources they need from that region. He wants to threaten countries, saying he's going to take them over, like Greenland and Canada, 51st state. But he changed that shit, though. He stopped that. He stopped talking like that, right? 3 sons. So, okay, so he has the young one, Barron, right? So you say the Barron Trump. I forgot the other two, but I swear there's 4 of them. But okay, so there's 2 older ones and the youngest one. Either way, he has plans for them, right? 2 big old brothers, and then the youngest one. He's like 19, and he got a daughter. I think he has 2 daughters. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's his royal family. The next thing you're gonna see that he say he's king. You're gonna put a crown. He's gonna make a picture like he's the king of America, of the world, or something. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, people. He's trying to attack the entire world, but he's not. He's not come to Jamaica. The rest of the world has lost all the respect for the U.S. I just don't think America will recover. He's doing a lot of damage to America, man. When Bush first entered the war, what, 25 years ago or so, it has never recovered from that, right? It has never really recovered from that too, because they were in there for 8 years, and that got them deeper into this whole fiasco. But I think it's a script. There's a conspiracy going around that Candace Owens put out, that the people, it's not really Trump, that he is ran by a satanic circle. And the satanic circle are these so-called evil people are telling them to do stuff. That's what Candace Owens put out. And maybe other people are talking, conspiracy theories, other ones are saying that there's a satanic circle controlling or influencing Trump to do what he's doing. Is it? I don't know if it's real or fake. You never know. People have their things, right? So it says, like, when I see anything U.S. related now, I just cringe and think it's lame. It's just embarrassing. Well, what he's doing is world, you know, international. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. They're just trying to throw out distractions. Yes. And one of the distractions was the space stuff. The biggest distraction, and it got so desperate because first, a couple months ago, they're saying they're going to release some Pentagon files about UFOs and aliens. Remember that? So they said, no, 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 no. We can't talk about UFOs and aliens, Trump. We got to, make something what doesn't talk about that. Let's say that we set up a space mission and say they're going to fly by the moon. That would be big. But that wasn't announced to people. It came out on April Fools. You remember? Just look it up. The space mission, all of a sudden, which was so big, never got broadcasted, promoted months before. Just, all of a sudden, April Fools comes. People are going to space. The day after, major military stuff is going on in Iran or in the Middle East. And that is the biggest distraction. It becomes a distraction, but it's still not big. They tried the Epstein stuff. Well, it's vice versa, both sides, right? Let me rewind that. Both are working perfect for each other. Like, Epstein stuff distracts the war, and the war distracts the Epstein stuff. So it's juggling stuff. Donald Trump and his people are juggling this whole thing to work for them, right? There's a lot of people in some doo-doo, really. Like, there's a lot of these wealthy, sick, nasty men who are happy that they're not getting exposed, and they have a lifeline right now that no one doesn't want to talk about it because the war is so big and other stuff is going on. People, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. They're just trying to throw out, okay, Satan sheds blood, sir. Pay attention. Okay, you're right. He sheds blood. You're right. The space mission was talked about last year. I don't even remember it. Even if it was talked about, it didn't go viral. It wasn't viral enough for everybody to really know, like, oh, they're going to be going to fly by the moon. Right? It wasn't viral enough. They probably said it, but it wasn't viral enough. Only people who are interested in it. But something like that, you would think that they would broadcast that more, right? Right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. See that England is also against them. Yeah, but the funny thing, you say England's against them. Oh, King Charlo. That's my cousin on here. But England was the first people to jump into the war. My cousin's up in here, man. Don't you see that England is also against them? What changed with England? What changed with England? I want to know what changed with England, because when the war first started, Charlo, um, it was England who jumped on the bandwagon with America. They're the first ones to say yes, besides Israel. It was Israel first. Israel went with America to go do this mission. And then I saw UK. I'm saying, why is the UK jumping into this? I say, why is England jumping into this war? They don't have no reason to jump. Well, maybe they do have a reason to jump in it. Well, we don't know. But I remember that was first reported, right? People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I got my cousin in here straight from JA, man. straight from Jamaica. Need to see the financial records for your podcast and show GS financing. You're joking, man. Too goof for you. Really, you are too a goof because he's now gone over the board, bro. Yes, he's gone over the board. High over the board. He don't care though. Remember, he's 80 years old. A lot of his actions is based off of his age too. The man, like thinking his life is gonna end quick, right? It's gonna be gone. He's gonna lose everything. He's gonna lose his wife. He's not gonna enjoy the rest of his billions. Remember, he could live long still, but he's thinking in his head that let's just do everything that I have this power now, right? Let's just do everything that I have this power and just destroy and put my name in history, right? Shout out to Jamaica. Yeah, man, much respect to King Charlo up in here. You can look up his music, right? Bless up. A lot of things is going on, people. A lot of things is going on. And right now, the war report, he's claiming Iran is giving up enrichment and nuclear weapons. Enrichment of uranium. You know where they get uranium from? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they get uranium from Africa. I swear they call it yellow cake. I swear they get most of the uranium from Africa. So why isn't Trump going to? Well, he is slowly creeping in there too because he went to Nigeria. So why isn't he going to attack any place in Africa that is help giving Iran this yellow cake or this uranium? Man, the world not works. He's destined to fall, bro. It's prophecy. Yes, I believe. I was gonna tell you that. I've said that Vance, the vice president, it's not gonna stop the campaign. Vice president wants this to happen. He wants to be the president. The young guy, the vice president there, he don't like Trump. This is all an act. That guy Vance wants Trump to tire out himself, to croak. I don't believe Trump could last 3 more years or so. Serious. The way he's going, he's gonna be burnt out way before that. The Vance guy wants Trump's spot. And that guy is more deadlier than Trump. Trump is the one who said he's the reason they're in the Middle East. He's saying he's blaming Vance and Rubio said they're the ones who encouraged them to go into this war, right? And Israel, right? This man's what? Son-in-law, he's Jewish, right? Married to his daughter. This guy's in the politics too. I think what's his name? Kushner? Kushner? How's this guy's son-in-law in politics, right? So that's why I say Israel is the 51st state. This guy is being. That's why Candace Owens. I don't know if you guys know who Candace Owens is saying that Trump is being controlled by a satanic or whatever circle of people around him. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Bring it up. Yeah, definitely Africa because his stages first. He has demolished the Middle East and get Africa, but it's not gonna. Okay, absolutely right about Vance. Vance wants a spot. Just look at that guy. I want to take you guys into that guy. I know we're talking about Donald Trump, the war report, but look at Vance. Just look on his mannerisms. Look on his actions, how he talks. Look up his history. I want you guys to look up his history. You'll never believe how he used to talk about Trump. That man, I seen a video of him. He was chubby too. I said this before. This man was chubby, and what he was talking about Trump is this man was fully ripping him, and that Rubio guy too was ripping him. So what is this? Is it a game for Trump to like get these guys who was disrespecting him so much? It's like, yeah, I won, I crushed you guys. You guys wanted my position, I crushed you, but now I'm gonna still put you with me. These guys were disrespecting him, right? The thing what sticks out in my head, people, is when he had one of his I guess you'd say broadcast when he was talking in the house or some shit. It was his major speech to the nation. For a long time, he hasn't talked, right? When he was talking on stage, you seen Vance in the background, sitting in back of him with two other guys. I don't know who the two other guys is, but Vance was right in back of Trump. And when Trump was talking about all the stuff he's doing and stuff, you could see Vance's face like, what is like laughing and like, what is this guy talking about? Like what the hell? You're not supposed to say that. And he's like laughing. You could just see it. Go look back of whatever that speech he was doing, addressing the American people, right? And Vance is sitting in back, and you could tell he's waiting for this man to croak. He wants Trump to croak so he could be the president, right? Because if Trump croaks soon, he'll be the president for 3 years, almost a whole damn what's called term. We got to make America great again without Trump. Yes, you're right. Yes, yes, that's a good. I like how you put that. I like how you put that. We got to make America great again without Trump. You realize what you put out there? Bless up. Sarah Tone. We got to make America great again without Trump. That's a good saying. That's a good saying. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's why he has Vance and Rubio. You're right. You're right. That's why he done it. Yes, you're on point. You're on point, man. That's why he has those guys. Exactly what you're saying. So those he called them losers the other day. I was saying, who is he calling losers? I was wondering who was he calling losers? Do you guys remember that? I don't know if you remember that. He was saying, yo, the people around me, some people around me who are losers, man. That's what Trump was saying. He's saying there's some people around him who are losers. Disrespecting his own people. There's a separation going on, people. There's a separation going on in the Republican Party. It's been going on for years. Like I said, there's the Tea Party and stuff like that. From that Tea Party emerged, different. Different. Trump, he has his own thing going, right? So he had to put certain people in place, and that's how he keeps his, I guess, watch. You got Rubio joking about Rubio being president of Cuba. Um, you got Vance. Vance is intelligent. Well, more younger. He's more younger. Probably more. He sees something in him. But Vance is like, I'm gonna be the president. I'm gonna work this guy a lot. I'm gonna make him sweat. Right? Black people is who's saving America. Probably with the military, right? And if things go really sour with Iran, he will blame Vance and Rubio. He's already doing that. He's blaming Vance and Rubio. I don't understand how Trump can flip. Canada could be very well night. He flipped because Canada has the world. You want me to go into the NWO stuff? Do you want me to go into the secret society stuff? Because when it's the real, sometimes the person who looks like they're the most powerful ain't really the most powerful. If we're going into the conspiracy bag, sometimes, let me say it, the person who looks like they're the most powerful, they ain't the most powerful. And if we're going into the revelation stuff, like I said, sometimes the people who look the most powerful ain't really the most powerful. The devil hides in the light. And I don't really want to say that because I'm where that is. Um, uh, when you think Trump is the biggest and the baddest, and America's the biggest and the baddest, probably maybe it's not really. You get what I mean? Maybe it's not really. Um, Mr. And I don't really want to say his name like this because they'll come for me. But Mr. Carney mentioned in two meetings, international meetings, when they went even over to like Greenland and stuff. The second president since the first Bush to mention the NWO and describing it, illustrating it, if you understand it, and basically saying I don't know if I should go that deep. That Carney, if you know, the Canadian Prime Minister, is running the NWO. And recently, Trump apologized to Carney and said, "We ain't taking over Canada. We're not doing anything like that anymore. No, no, no. We're not doing anything like that anymore." Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So, if we go like Revelations, the devil hides in the light. Not so we might think Trump is the ultimate devil. The deceiver could be in the light. The one who doesn't look suspicious. I don't want to say too much about that, but it's not what people think. The aggressor is the all. Like I'm saying, Candace Owens said that Trump is being controlled by a satanic circle. All right, when he was trying to do these tariffs on Canada, Washington threw that shit out. When he was trying to do uh, uh, when he was talking and in the Supreme Court or something, right? They threw out all his stuff in regards to the tariffs, especially against Canada, and he was angry. And then after that, not too long, he started a war, Mr. Trump. He started a war right after when he had the battle with the Supreme Court. And then he put 10%, and then he put 15% more tariffs on the world, Mr. Trump. But the only country he had to take the stuff off from is Canada. Think about that. NWO wrestling, yes, world wrestling. You can't touch it because he's protected by the crown, and the crown is England. Yep. Damn it, Trump, what is going on with you? MK Ultra. Yes, people, MK Ultra. You're right. You're right. MK Ultra. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So it's the war report. All you guys see any updates, let me know. Put it in the chat if you've seen any updates tonight, because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the media. Trust me. This guy constantly is working his mouth on Truth Social, right? He's constantly talking, updating you. He's giving you probably every 20, let's say every hour. Every hour there's an update about what Trump is doing, what's going on with the war, is Iran going to respond. Let's see by Saturday if it's all true, if Iran's giving up nuclear programs and if they're going to stop their ambitions to, with their enrichment. Let's see. Let's see if that's true. But yo, this is the main thing. What is the most this is the thing what people should look on the most. He says the regime should disappear, right? The regime is still there. He's making deals with the regime. He's not saying anymore to take out the regime. He's just talking about, or America is just talking about them, well, getting rid of weapons. So Iran is saying, yes, we will get rid of all our nuclear stuff since that's the issue, right? They could tell America anything. It could be a lie. But they're saying we'll get rid of all of this stuff, the nuclear stuff, because that's the main reason you're claiming now why you're there, right? So when they do that now, will America leave? Will America leave? Because really, the reason they went there, or Trump claims he went there, is because the regime, the supreme leader, what they're doing to the people. So it turns from helping the people to just making deals about nuclear weapons. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. A curse, Twitter, and all those types of misinformation, social media. Great topic, fam. Keep it up going, but let me leave with these wise words. Nothing is new under the sun, and every bully must meet his match. Yes, Silla, Silla. Much respect, King Charlo. Yes, that's my cousin. You're right. You're right, man. Cousin was in the chat watching straight from JA. Yes. We're gonna have him on the pod soon, man. We're gonna have him on the pod soon. Definitely he's gonna tap in one night. Maybe Friday, Saturday. Tap in cuz and give your opinions too. Special guest coming soon, King Charlo. Check him out. Right? There's always a bigger fish. Yes, there's always a bigger fish. And it's funny, the other day he was praising Kim Jong Un or whatever his name is from North Korea. He's basically like saying, "Oh, that guy, he's good, man. I like that guy." That's what Trump says. I like that guy. He's good. I love him. Kim Jong Un, the guy who promotes that he has a nuclear weapon. Think of it. Now, isn't this hypocritical? This is the War Report, people. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So, isn't it hypocritical? What did Iran do so bad that they got to give up nuclear weapons? And then you got North Korea with nuclear weapons. So why can North Korea develop nuclear weapons, but Iran can't? That's a question I would like to give to Trump. A media journalist should ask that question. Why is it that Iran can't have nuclear weapons, but North Korea could have nuclear weapons or try to develop nuclear weapons and do war games? That's what I want to know. It doesn't make no sense. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Like Trump. I sound like Trump. I could make myself sound like Trump, man. I can. I should. I don't know. I don't know if I could do a good uh, um, Trump impersonation. But if that sounds like Trump, man, remind me and I'll practice it more. Because only what's his name? That comedian guy. He does a good one. I forgot what his name is. How did I forget his name? The black guy. Godfrey. Godfrey does a good impersonation of Trump. Godfrey. He's a comedian. I see him all the time on the gram. Godfrey making fun of Trump. I'm surprised Trump haven't called that guy out. Or I don't know if he caught Trump's side, Godfrey. But Trump right now, he thinks he's God. He put out a picture as himself like he's Jesus Christ. But you know his excuse, what he said? Oh, I was trying to interpret a doctor. He's trying to be a doctor in that picture. That he's like a doctor. That was just a kind of hit to the Pope, eh? That was like just to say, hey, Pope, you are the Pope, but guess what? I put out a picture and I'll try to make myself look like Christ. You get what I mean? I'm more than you. Even that, because I'd done a podcast a long time ago about, I knew that was going to come about with him and the Pope, the American Pope. He doesn't like that the guy has that title. That man has that title, and he's from America. The Pope, I don't believe in the Pope, but a lot of millions of people look to the Pope as a spiritual advisor, a leader representing the Catholics or Christians. So he is battling with that right now, which is dangerous. It's a dangerous thing, Mr. Trump. It's kind of dangerous. Like, I know you're the president, but the Pope used to be the emperor of Europe, the Roman Empire. Look it up. The history is the Pope, and a lot of people don't know this, right? Bless up, yeah, Godfrey. A lot of people don't know this, and I looked this up a couple years ago when I was really getting deep. I say over 23 years ago when I was really getting deep into this conspiracy stuff before the internet got big. Is that the Pope was once like it transformed from the Roman Empire, right? From the Roman Empire into what we call modern days, coming up through the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, and maybe even up to the 20s. Or maybe before that, the Pope was the emperor of Europe, basically the boss of all presidents or whoever was king. whatever kingdom was in Europe, you could be from England, France, Spain, or whatever. In Rome, the Roman Pope was above, the emperor of all. That was the last of the Roman Empire. But they don't really promote that in history. You got to dig for that. They transformed, and after when that fell apart, they just left it to the Vatican in Italy, right? So that Pope represents that Roman Empire, what was in Palestine, that helped crucify Yeshua with the Pharisees, aka the Jews. The Pope, let me say it again, represents the Roman Empire that was in Palestine, what they call Israel and whatever now. And Pontius Pilate, right? And represents, you would say, Pontius Pilate and all of them. They had the Roman Empire there. I don't know if the Pope was around that. No, the Pope came out after that. So after Christ got crucified and all that, the development of the Roman Catholics came, and the Pope supposed to represent the Christ, even though the Roman Empire, the guys from Rome, helped. They crucified Christ with the Pharisees. You hear what I'm saying? They crucified Christ with the Pharisees, and the new Roman Empire is America with Donald Trump. That's what it is. It's the War Report. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. What you saying, people? What you saying in the chat? The top streaming platform in the universe, from the sixth to the universe, people. What else stories you want me to cover, man? I could talk about a lot of stuff. I know a lot about history, even all types of conspiracies. Put it in the chat, and future episodes just for you, man. I will do that if it's interesting, right? Just for you. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. It's the Down to Earth Network with your host, Sean Myrie. Bless up to Rastafari Samurai. Yeah, 420's coming up, so definitely D2E. You know, I'll be outside, so you out see me live streaming too outside 420 because I blaze up that kush too. So 420, you'll see me outside also. What's coming up? My birthday's coming up too on Earth Day. Down to earth. Islamic religion. What do they really believe? It's all mixed up too, right? Respect to every religion and stuff. Islamic religion is the same thing it's the same thing, like it comes from the same family tree of Christianity and Judaism. Judaism is the Torah's first, right? And then you would say Christianity or Orthodox Christian, and then the Islamic religion, right? So they're all the same stuff, interpreted different, whatever, added stories and stuff. Not everybody believes it. Like I said, there's some people who don't even believe God. So that's another story, right? It's fun conversation. Much respect. Much respect. Happy birthday. Yeah, my birthday is going to be on the 22nd of April. So I'm going to have a special live. That will be Tuesday. I'm going to have a special live on the Saturday before my birthday with my brother, live and direct. It's a 420 event. So, it'll be smoked out and stuff. Yeah, so my birthday is actually on Earth Day. That's why it's down to earth. 22nd. Down to earth. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. What you saying, people? This is the War Report. Mr. Donald Trump guarantee got some updates for people. He's letting a lot of people know what he's doing each and every day. Like I'm saying, hopefully he really helps American people. Hopefully he really helps the Iranian people and take out that